Hi there guys, welcome back to the DCC channel. Thank you very much for tuning in. And this is a bonus video about this quadcopter here, as this self-built Rotorama Calypso 3-inch quadcopter. Yeah, so when I was done building this quadcopter and finished up my presentation of the project, the weather was abysmal, so I couldn't fly it. Today it's not great, the weather, as you can see. Dark clouds, but it's dry. So yeah, I'm anxious to fly this quadcopter, obviously. Let's do some flying with this Rotorama Calypso 3. Here we go. Oh, and I'll do two flights. The first one will be, as always, a line of sight flight, and then we'll rip it around the block FPV style. If it flies well, obviously. Here we go. Alright guys, maiden flight for the Rotorama Calypso 3. And in case you didn't notice or didn't realize, this is my first self-built DJI quad. It shouldn't matter much, but okay, so it does lift off. And it feels quite powerful. It is a 6S quad, so it should feel powerful. Is it a line of sight flyer, this? So far not super duper difficult to keep track of, mostly because of the painted frame. Pretty good so far, right? Nothing weird. And it does flips. Let's try a punch out, why don't we? Here we go. Okie dokie. Yeah, that is definitely a powerful 6S quad. Very, very nice. Yeah, 3-inch 6S. Works. Yeah, but no, it isn't really a great line of sight flyer. Obviously it's intended to be flown FPV, but yeah. But it flies, which is great. No bad tendencies so far at all. I don't hear oscillations, and we'll see what that's like when you fly it FPV. But this looks great. There you go, its first power loop. I don't know if it's well visible to you in the video. You tell me in the comment section below. Maybe that white painted frame helps a little in the video as well. Who knows? There you go. Great. Yeah, tons of power, even with only a little bit of throttle. I'm hovering at approximately 40% throttle. Very nice. Cool. Success. Always nice to have a self-built quadcopter fly well. The proof is in the pudding, obviously. This quadcopter has that Runcam Racer version 4. Runcam's first digital camera. And yeah. Haven't flown it yet, FPV. I have no idea what that camera is like. I have checked if it works. Looks like it does, but yeah. That's the real test in this build. Obviously also maybe the stiffness of the frame. The stack, that Mamba Diatone stack, I trust with my life, kinda. I've built so many quadcopters with Mamba stacks. They work. if you don't abuse them and if you don't, user error and such. The most complaints I see about these stacks are the results of user error. Maybe also from turtle mode. I don't often use turtle mode. That does help in keeping your electronics alive, I guess. Alrighty, man, that's enough. The quadcopter flies, well, perfectly. For a line of sight flight, this was perfect, in my humble opinion. Great. Yeah, success. Very, very nice. And yeah, obviously we'll switch to an FPV flight right away. Here we go. Alright guys, Maiden FPV flight with the Rotorama Calypso 3. Here we go. And mostly Maiden FPV flight with that Runcam Racer version 4. Huh. Okay. Yeah, the weather, the lighting conditions aren't the easiest, I guess. We've got a low hanging sun and cloudy sky. Also, this is again the first time I'm flying this quadcopter FPV, so give me a minute. But okay, so things definitely look different than other DJI cameras or DJI cameras, period. It looks a little bit washed out maybe, but yeah, not easy conditions these. I actually flew a Nebula today, and it's a little bit better than a Nebula this. Yeah. Also with the Nebula I definitely sensed more lag, and with this camera, this Runcam Racer version 4, not so much. I wonder. Okay, I've got the DJI goggle telling me that my lag is, or my latency is 30 milliseconds. For whatever that's worth. I never really pay attention to that, to be honest. I also didn't pay attention to that with my flight with the Nebula. So I don't really know. You tell me in the comment section below, but it feels less laggy than the Nebula camera. And the weird edges on contrast lines, for instance those trees, it does look a little bit misty, but it is actually a bit misty. But this, yeah, this is reminiscent of the Nebula cameras, but it's less pronounced, if that makes any sense. Okay, this quadcopter, wow, it's a 6S 3-inch quadcopter, and therefore it is a powerful quadcopter. I have a lot of power in reserve with this quad. From the looks of it, it could easily carry a GoPro session, for instance. I'm not sure if I will. Maybe. I mainly built this quadcopter as a fun flyer, a freestyle fun flyer. Not to record, well, flights. Mostly a fun flyer for myself, if you will. Having said that, I will be testing this camera more. So far I'm not disappointed, and I will be flying it on better days, in better weather hopefully, but I'm not disappointed. It doesn't look horrible by any means. Also, it's far better than analog. But that's true for the Nebula camera as well, right? So I do wonder what the commercial justification for this camera would be. When would anybody want to buy this camera? As a replacement maybe, if you bust up your Vista camera? Hey, birdie! You tell me in the comment section below, when would you consider this Runcam Racer version 4? Apparently it works as an FPV camera, as a digital FPV camera. I do not know if it'll work after the next firmware update or updates from DJI, who knows. I'll keep you up to date on that, as I won't be selling this quadcopter, so yeah, I'll keep it as is with this camera. It's definitely not annoying to fly the quadcopter with this camera. So again, there's no need for me to replace it with any other digital camera for now. Okay, what is my flight time? 5 minutes. 5 minutes, but it's time to land. 20.6 volts. Okay, I'll call this a success. The camera works. It's definitely not annoying to fly at all. I can see where I'm going. Latency feels nice. And the quadcopter itself, I haven't even noticed anything I need to tune.